So there's a software called Character Creator 3, and using that ZBrush, Maya and Substance Painter, I was able to create a character that looks like this. So this video is about a piece of software called Character Creator 3. It just explains how good it is for freelancers in the 3D industry and maybe studios. So not only do you have Character Creator 3 for creating characters, you have iClone, 3D Exchange, Motion Live, Unreal Live Link. iClone is for animations. 3D Exchange is so you can export your animations out of iClone. Character Creator is so you can create the characters for it. Motion Live is the motion capture for it. And Unreal Live Link is basically a live link between Unreal and iClone. And I think possibly Character Creator. I haven't got that, but it's something I want to get. Okay, so what you'll notice when you come into Character Creator is you'll have, a decent looking human base mesh. I think they're roughly around 13,000 polys each for the base mesh. But it has 4K realistic skin textures, realistic eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows are pretty decent. You can add hair onto him. It's not great hair, that one. Let's see this one. Yeah, I got that haircut. But that can be applied to any character you want. You have female haircuts, you have all sorts. The cool thing about it is you can change the way your character's head and body are shaped. So you come into here, you got a full body. Yeah, if you want, this is just simply you can change your arms, your hands, your chest, torso, pelvis length. You got all this, upper neck width. So we're going full body. You can change it to be, bodybuilder. So I want it to be really that's a bit too extreme. So maybe I want it a little bit muscular. If I do want it to be muscular, you could be fat or huge. Yeah, If you don't want a fat guy, you could have maybe just a toned guy. You can do all sorts. You can then change, drag there. Maybe want bigger shoulders. Maybe want thinner arms, thinner forearms. The neck maybe a bit thicker. It's just a simple way of getting a realistic character within minutes or within an hour. You could get this character out, sent to ZBrush or sent to Unreal Engine, and it takes all the textures, makes it really good, and gets the game ready. You can then add clothes. So let's just do a simple character first. So let's do red shirt. So pretty decent looking character. You can then pose him. You can do all sorts of poses for your renders. That's what I usually do. Do that. But what I've done is, so I've got that. The good thing about this is there's a pipeline you can get, which allows you to send your ZBrush models over to Character Creator or send your Character Creator models over to ZBrush. If I open my elf character, which is the one I just showed you in ZBrush, so what you'll see is the elf character that I have in ZBrush. Exactly the same. I basically got the chest piece, I UV'd it, I ZRemeshed it, UV'd it, textured it, and then put it back in here. Sent it over to Character Creator, applied the textures to it, and when you have that, you can click transfer skin weights. That'll transfer skin weights to where it should be. so that when you want to pose and rig it, or pose it, it's already skinned and it already works. On a different pose, there we go. Sit on a bench. So it's nice and simple, easily skinned. And then if I don't want that body, I go into that, go back to the T-pose. I don't have to stick to that one base mesh with those clothes. That's the really powerful thing about this software. I could go into Morphs, I could then go, okay, I didn't like the way the body was shaped, so let's go to full body. Let's make her fat. It conforms the clothing and changes the way it looks depending on your character. So if I want, where is it? Fitness. A really strong female, it will still conform the clothing and change the way it's shaped. And I can still pose it, I can still move it and animate it. That's why it's really powerful. Now once I've got that character all finished up and all that I wanted it to be like, I can send it over to Unreal Engine. There's a character creator setup tool for free that you can get on the Real Engine website. I've set up my character the way it should be, applied the animation blueprints from the mannequin to it. And if I want to play, your character's already rigged and animated inside of Unreal Engine. I don't know much about lighting inside of Unreal Engine, but all I know is the animations work, the character's good, and it's all fun. So the production process inside of ZBrush took me, ZBrush and Marvelous Designer, it all took me about maybe 4 days to create everything, detail everything. It took me a day to texture it all. And then as soon as I sent it over to here, I got it all working within an hour, sent it to Unreal Engine, and I have a ready-made rigged character that works inside of a game engine. There's also a function in which you can export your FBX character, choose Unreal, max textures, 496, current pose, you want the, Unreal Engine 4 pose, but you can insta-LOD it. So if you want to merge materials, you can do all by type or by item. This will reduce the amount of materials on the character. So when I do my renders, I usually export each item out as one texture. So the chest will be one material, the boots will be one material, the robes will be one material. I have around 15 materials for a render. But when it's sending it off to Unreal Engine, I'll do it by type, choose 4K, and then this will only create around 4 or 5 materials depending on what I do. So one material will be all the clothing, one material will be the skin, one material will be the hair, and then I think the other material was the sword. So when I've done all that, I'll send it to Unreal Engine and it has a lot less materials to process, which is beneficial when you're making it for a game. So that's basically it for today, really. I just sort of wanted to explain that Character Creator 3 should probably be used by a lot of freelancers. It's not even that much compared to a lot of other. Character Creator 3 pipeline, you can buy it for £200 or $200. This will give you realistic characters, realistic textures, everything, an easy process to make your character game ready. So my character inside of Unreal Engine is 90,000 triangles. That's including the sword, including the clothes, including the base mesh. 90,000 triangles. A realistic looking character. And that all took me under a week to get done. And then I can do it over and over again. And yeah. So if you're a freelancer and you are someone who is looking to make characters easily, even if you don't know how to model, you can buy stuff on the marketplace, get different style heads, different style skins. You can get, paladin armor, or women clothing. You can get anything you want on this website, and it makes the production process a lot quicker and a lot simpler. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.